Good day, guys. Welcome to Julius Academy. And we are here again with our topic for today, which is calculus. But this time around, we'll be dealing with differential calculus. But now we won't be starting with the normal general formula that we use. I'm going to be starting with first principle. So I don't want to bore you with too much explanation or stories. So I will just be using these 6 examples to explain everything you need to know on first principle for now. So let's start with the basics on first principle. Now for the first question, which is what y is equals to what x. Normally, if you are to use our general formula, we can easily see that our answer is 1 here. But how do we do this using our first principle? Then we can say that this is change in y plus y is equals to what? Change in x plus x. Now, what do we do after that? We take y to the other side, and that becomes change in y is equals to what? Change in x plus x. This becomes what? Minus y. Now, change in y is equals to change in x plus x. You know, initially y is equals to what? X. Therefore, you can say this is what? Minus x. Are you getting me? Then you can cancel out each other. Therefore, you have change in y is equals to what? Change in x. Then we divide both sides by change in x over change in x. This cancels out each other and becomes what? 1. Therefore, you can see that our dy, our dx is equals to what? 1. It's as simple as that without wasting much of our time here. Hope you guys understand how this is being done. Now, for the next question, because I promise not to waste your time for today, our next question here is what? Y is equals to 7x. Following the same process like I did earlier on. This is okay, let's do it this way this time around. Y plus change in y is equals to 7 open bracket x plus what? Change in x. With that being said, let's expand this first. This becomes 7x plus 7 change in what? X. Then our y plus our change in y still remains the same. Now we take this to the other side, that becomes what? Change in y is equals to what? 7x plus 7 change in x minus y. What do we do next? We convert this y to our 7x. And that gives us what? Change in y is equals to 7x plus 7 change in x minus 7x. Now our 7x here, we cancel our 7x here, and we have our change in y is equals to 7 change in x. We divide both sides by change in x. This cancel out each other. Therefore, our dy over dx is equals to 7. It's as simple as that. Now let's move to number 3, in which we have square. How do we tackle issues like this? So this is how we solve something like that. We move to number 3, where our y is equals to what? 4x squared. So this becomes what? Y plus change in y is equals to 4 open bracket x plus change in x close bracket square. Now you can only see the reason why I do tell you guys to know your difference of square or your difference of cube. It will help you out in the questions like this instead of wasting your time. Now let's still leave this as y plus change in y. So we can't just expand this directly. We have to open this bracket. So this becomes 4 open bracket. Let me use the opportunity to give you guys a trick. So this will become what? X squared plus what? 2x change in x plus what? Change in x squared close bracket. Because a plus b in brackets is equals to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Now that is the principle that I have applied here. Now we can now expand this further by saying 4x squared plus, sorry, 4 times this becomes 8x change in x plus what? 4 change in x squared. We still have our y plus change in y here. Now what do? We take the y to the other side, and that becomes what? Change in y is equals to 4x squared plus 8x change in x plus 4 change in x squared minus 4x squared. Now 4x squared can cancel 4x squared here. So that's gone. Therefore our change in y is equals to what? 8x change in x plus 4 change in x squared. Are we done? Are we done? No. Now we are to divide all through by what? Change in x and change in what? X. So by doing that, this will cancel this, and this will only cancel one of this. So we are left with, remember, this is still change in x. So our change in y over change in x is equals to 8x plus 4 change in x. So now by doing this, we can limit our change in x towards 0. So let's limit change in x towards 0. By doing that, we have our 8x plus 4 in bracket 0. So that gives us what? 8x. Therefore, our dy dx is equals to 8x. Can you see why it is like this now? We are done with that. Now, we can move to this. So you guys can feel free to press pause before attempting this, and you can comment your answer in the comment section before I even start it. Now I'm sure you must have done that. Now let's move into it. Y is equals to negative 2x squared plus 3x minus 12. Now, before I move, I want you guys to know that differentiation of any constant will always give us 0. If you differentiate any constant, it will give us 0. Which means this is change in y plus y is equals to minus 2 open bracket x plus change in x, which is in square, plus 3 in bracket x plus change in x minus 12. Now, let's expand this. Change in y plus y is equals to minus 2. This is x squared plus 2x change in x plus change in x squared, close bracket, minus, let's expand this, 3x, sorry, plus 3x plus 3 change in x minus 12. What do we do next? Let's expand completely. Change in y plus y is equals to minus 2x squared minus, because minus times plus will give us minus 4x change in x minus 2 change in x squared plus 3x plus 3 change in x minus 12. Now we are taking this y to the other side, and that becomes change in y is equals to minus 2x squared minus 4x change in x minus 2 change in x squared minus 3x plus 3 change in x minus 12 minus y. Now, in a scenario like this, we have to be careful because now we are dealing with more than one variable. In order to get rid of it like I did the previous time, we have to bracket it first. So you already understand what this is. In order to save us time, let me just claim this. I'm going to write it in your note over there, but let me claim it for the sake of time. And we put it in brackets, which is minus 2x squared, because y is equals to this. Y is equals to the whole of this. So minus 2x squared plus 3x minus 12. So now we can now expand the bracket, which is change in y is equals to what? Minus 2x squared minus 4x change in x minus 2 change in x squared minus 3x plus 3 change in x minus 12 minus times minus is give us what? Plus 2x squared minus times plus is minus 3x minus times plus is what? Plus 12. Now are you getting the point? This minus 2x here will cancel this our 2x here. Our sorry, this is plus. Our plus 3 here will cancel minus 3. And our minus 12 here will cancel our plus 12. So our change in y is equals to what? Minus 4x change in x minus 2 change in x squared plus 3 change in x. Are you seeing it now? Minus 4x change in x minus 2 change in x plus 3 change in x. This is in form of square. So don't make mistakes. Now you can divide all through by what? Change in x. Change in x. Change in x. And change in x. So this change in x will cancel this change in x. This change in x will cancel this square. And this change in x will cancel this change in x. Therefore, I left it what? Minus 4x minus 2 change in x plus 3. Remember, as a result of we still having change in x here, then what do? We limit. We limit change in x to what? 0. So that now gives us what? Minus 4x minus 2 in bracket 0 plus 3. So therefore, our dy dx is equal to minus 4x plus 3 using first principle. Now, we move to the main simple question for the day. This is the remaining two simple questions for the day, in which if you do not have a good understanding of it, you might not know what to do as regards it. Now, okay, this should be enough. Let me start from here for this. So now we have our y is equal to what? Root x. So this is y is equal to what? Root x plus change in, sorry. So our y plus change in y is equal to what? Root x plus change in x. Now this time around, because using this change in x seems to be bulky, so let's make change in x is equal to h. So whenever you see h, you know what to do. You know that I'm talking about change in x. So, or no, never mind. Let me just make use of change in x, because that's what we've started with. So you bring this y to the other side, and that becomes change in y is equals to root x plus what? Change in x minus root x. Now what do? We divide through as usual by what? Change in x. Or let's divide all through by change in x. We divide by change in x. Now let's move to the other side. So since we have divided both sides by change in x, there's nothing more to do. Following the law of limits, we rationalize, which means this becomes what? Let me write our change in y over change in x first. This becomes root x plus change in x minus root x over change in x. Then you multiply both. This becomes x plus change in x minus, this becomes what? Plus, because it's the conjugate of it, over root x plus change in x plus root x. Following the law of surd, if you expand this to, it gives us back x plus change in x minus, if you expand this to, if you multiply rather, it gives us x over, we have our change in x in bracket root x plus change in x plus root x. Now this will cancel out each other. Once this has cancelled out each other, then what can we do? We will divide all. We divide through. We divide through by what? Change in x. So if you multiply everything by 1 over change in x, then this two will cancel out each other. So therefore, our left equals 1 over root x plus change in x minus just root x. Now, remember that you have to get rid of what? Our change in x, right? In order to do that, we will limit change in x to what? 0. Therefore, the y over the x is equals to what? 1 over. If you limit this to 0, that becomes what? Ordinary root x plus root x. 1 over what? 2 root x. This is our dy over dx. Now, for the final one for today, which is y is equals to 1 over what? Root x. Now, this is where I'll be ending the class for today. So let me solve this for you, or I might solve it to the hour and give you guys to complete it for me. It depends on how I feel at the moment. So now let's start. This becomes y plus what? Change in y is equals to 1 over what? Root x plus change in x. Now, change in y is equals to 1 over root x plus change in x minus this our y coming over it becomes 1 over what? Root x. What do we do next? We find the LCM. What's the LCM? Oh, let me take it here. The LCM is what? Root x plus change in x in bracket, and we have our root x here in bracket. So if you divide this by this, we'll be left with what? Just root x minus. If you divide the whole of this with this, then we'll be left with what? Root x plus change in x covered up. Can you see? Now what do we do next? Remember, this is still our dy. What do we do next? We rationalize like we did earlier on. This is root x minus root x plus change in root x over the whole of this. Root x plus change in x in one bracket, the other bracket with x. So you times, this becomes what? Root x plus root x plus change in x over. Now you might be asking now, why is the plus in this root? Why didn't we change it to minus? We didn't change it because it is in square root. So it serves as a single variable on its own. That's why we did not change the sign there. So this becomes root x plus change in x. Now, what do we do? This gives us x minus, we open this bracket, this will give us x plus what? Change in x over. Now, don't let us expand yet so that we won't have any issue for now. So this, let's still leave this as root x plus change in x. Or better still, we could expand. But for now, let's still leave it this way, root x. Then we also have another bracket, root x plus root x plus change in x. Now this is going to cancel out each other, right? Then after that, what happens? We divide through by what? Change in x. But in order for that to be possible, we need to expand this. So this is equals to change in x over. Now let's expand. This square root will cancel out each other, right? And we'll be left with what? Let's multiply this with this only with this. So that will be, or better still, we can take this to the back in order for it to make it easier for us. Or we can just multiply this with this only for now. So that will give us what? X plus x root. This with this will give us x. So we have root x root x plus change in x. That's one side. Can you see? Do you understand? Or let me come again for better understanding. The whole of this times this. So if you multiply the whole of this with this, then we'll be having what? X root what? X plus change in x plus the whole of this times this, and that will give us what? Root x root x root x in bracket, this expanded, that's what? X plus what? Change in x, close bracket. Now can you see it is making sense? Now we can now complete it by saying change in x over, this is x root x plus change in x. Remember, this is in root, there's nothing you can do about it. Plus, this is x root x plus change in x over what? Change in x root x. Now in order to get rid of this, you divide both the numerator and denominator by what? Change in x. So if you should do that, this will come, okay, sorry. This will become what? 1 over x root x plus change in x. We divide it by what? Change in x plus x over root x over what? Change in x plus change in x over what? Change in x root x. Now, what's next? Now, I deliberately did something here to check whether you guys are gonna follow me up, but there's no way you could have figured it out. But let me show you the trick. I deliberately did something wrong here. And what's that? You don't learn to cram. Never cram a way of solving a thing. This is meant to be multiplied by what? 1 over what? With x, like I did with the rest. So what does that mean? Only this and this will cancel out each other. So once this and this are cancelled out each other, they are left with what? 1 over what? X root x plus change in x plus x root x plus change in x root x. Now, as a result of this, what do? We limit. So we limit what? Change in x to what? Change in x to 0. Therefore, our answer will be what? 1 over. So if you limit this to 0, that's what? X root x plus 0 plus x root x plus 0 root x. So with 0 times anything will automatically give us 0. Therefore, our answer will be 1 over x root x plus x root x. So x root x plus x root x will give us what? Our dy over dx is equals to 1 over 2x root x. Now, this is where we'll be stopping for our video. Now, my assignment for you guys is I won't be giving you any question. You go and look for 10 um, differential calculus question and you solve it using first principle with the exception of trigonometry, because I haven't taught you guys that for now. Now, thank you very much for watching our video. Thank you for sharing our video with your friends. Kindly like and subscribe and turn on the notification bell. See you in our next class. Thank you.